Right now, generators are coming off the shelves at local hardware stores after this week's severe weather. How you can be prepared by knowing which one is right for you.
Tracking alert day conditions starting as early as Friday morning for possibly 3 lines of severe thunderstorms throughout the day on Friday.
And a former high school coach in Janesville is sentenced a year after his arrest for filming students in locker rooms. How many years he'll serve in prison? It's all ahead on News 3 Now at 10. Well, Friday will bring even more stormy weather to southern Wisconsin. Thunderstorms are expected to start in the morning hours, but that's just the first round of tomorrow's storm system. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington has put an alert day in our first warn forecast for tomorrow, and he's joining us now from the backyard patio. Alex?
Eric, quiet out here in the patio. Mild. It'll be a mild night tonight, and it's that warm air that you need for fuel for thunderstorms. Alert day conditions are expected on Friday for hail, high winds, and perhaps some isolated tornadoes by the time we get to the afternoon hours. This is for all of southern Wisconsin from Friday morning clear through Friday evening. Again, nice out here right now. Let's do a little bit of the good stuff. 61 degrees out here. Dew point starting to come up a little bit. I mentioned the dew point as a measure of moisture. As it gets closer to 60 degrees or above, then that means the humidity is starting to climb up there. Nice across all of Dane County, upper 50s, to right around 60 degrees, and nice across all of southern Wisconsin. Again, it will be a mild night with temperatures in the 50s as clouds start to increase as we head towards daybreak. Slight risk for severe weather for all of southern Wisconsin on Friday, and let's track. This is what it may look like. This is a one projection I'm going to show tonight, so this is one. Be sure to tune in for the main weather, too. I want to show another projection. Here comes that line, perhaps with damaging winds as we go towards that 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. A second line of thunderstorms as we head towards the early afternoon hours. These storms could possibly produce tornadoes, and yet a third line of thunderstorms eyeing up from Juneau and Adams counties right down to the Wisconsin River Valley as we go towards 6, 7 o'clock. Then that should end that line of thunderstorms. So again, possibly 3 lines of severe weather now that the first warn weather team will be tracking as we go on into Friday. And it may not be the only alert day conditions that we experience here as we head into the Memorial Day weekend. I'll be talking about the potential for additional alert day conditions for the latter part of the Memorial Day weekend in a few minutes.
All right, Alex, thank you. Some Dane County residents are still without power after Tuesday night storms. Madison Gas and Electric says 46,000 customers lost power, but 90% of those customers have since been restored. MG&E says updates should be available by midday tomorrow on when those remaining impacted customers will have the power back on. They say that at the very latest, customers should have power back on by the end of Saturday, but the majority should not have to wait that long. And when it comes to severe weather here in southern Wisconsin, we've got a long way to go. The way the last round of storms knocked out power to the area caused many to seek out their own generators. But which size and type are best and safest for your needs? Arman Rahman has the answers.
This is the primary generator we use to power the entire News 3 Now building. It's probably a bit bigger than the backup generator you might get to power your home if your electricity goes out in a storm. Loss of power had many run to Dorn True Value Hardware in Verona after Tuesday's destructive storms.
We were not super prepared because you don't know how bad it's going to be the storm, but we haven't run out of stuff.
Manager Olga Fish says customers were coming in for flashlights, weather radios, roof repair, and of course, generators.
Hasn't stopped at all since we opened yesterday. Asking for rental for generators and chainsaws.
She's a big one.
Our generator is a kind of permanent standby generator that automatically switches on when power goes out. What you would go out and buy or rent from places like Dorn is a portable generator.
4.5 kilowatts and 3 kilowatts and a baby one. That is a treat also.
According to DATCAP, the state's Consumer Protection Bureau, you should check the manufacturer's rating to see how much of an electrical load the generator can take. But typically, they're connected to key appliances like fridges and freezers, not to a building's electrical system.
They run with gas, and you have to keep it outside, not inside.
Portable generators produce carbon monoxide, which is lethal. So it should always run somewhere dry outside, and you should keep fresh air flowing inside when it's on. Fish says if any future storms are like the last round, she bets her store will be busy again.
It was a bad storm.
In Verona, Arman Rahman, News 3 Now.
And cleanup continues in southwestern Iowa after this year's deadliest tornado killed 4 people in the city of Greenfield. Nearly 3 dozen others were hurt. Hundreds of volunteers are helping the community clean up. The tornado, which took a mile-long path, took only a minute to destroy a large part of town. 153 homes were destroyed, including the home of Joan Newell, who says she is fortunate to be alive.
I have 2 friends that live down the street, and both of them died. I have a gentleman that lives down the corner here, and he died because they lived in no basement houses. Yeah, so, you know, I feel really fortunate.
The National Weather Service has classified that Greenfield tornado now as an EF4. 3 tornadoes being tracked on Tuesday traveled more than 130 combined miles. A Portage man accused of leaving a deadly crash Sunday night was arrested last night. 26-year-old Keegan Navellne has been charged with hit and run involving death. The Columbia County Sheriff's Office says he was in a crash Sunday night in the town of Lewiston that left a 21-year-old woman dead. A warrant for his arrest was issued yesterday, and authorities found him hours later. After months on the market, 2 of Madison's first apartment complexes dedicated to housing people at risk of homelessness now have a buyer. Sinair, a Michigan-based company with Madison ties, expects to finalize the sale by the end of the month. That's after the Common Council voted this week to approve the sale of the Tree Lane and Rethke Terrace apartments. They plan to keep most of the units at an affordable price and even keep some designated for people at risk of homelessness.
We now have a new opportunity to utilize these properties, not entirely in the same way that we had once envisioned, but importantly, they are going to remain affordable to lower income households.
As for the people currently living at the apartments, Sinair says they'll be allowed to stay as long as they're in good standing with their leases. Earlier this week, the Biden administration announced another $7.7 billion of student loan debt being canceled. This is expected to have an impact on many public sector workers here in Wisconsin. That includes teachers. U.S. Education Secretary Miguel Cardona tells us this loan forgiveness can be crucial to help keep those like teachers or nurses in their professions.
If we're trying to keep our educators in the classroom and give our students the best chance to succeed, programs like this are critical. If we want to address the nursing shortage area and not only recruit folks into the profession, but keep them there.
The loan forgiveness is targeted for public sector employees and those enrolled in 2 different income-driven plans. Police in Louisville, Kentucky have released new video of the incident involving the #1 ranked golfer in the world, Masters champion Scottie Scheffler. Jen Sullivan reports on what the various videos show about the case.
Newly released video shows the moments before the world's #1 golfer, Scottie Scheffler, was arrested last week in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville Metro Police Department releasing 2 different angles showing part of the arrest. One from a mixed pole camera across the street, the other from a police cruiser's dash cam, showing Scheffler being led away in handcuffs by 2 officers. Both videos released Thursday.
Transparency is incredibly important.
This all happened last Friday morning as Scheffler was trying to enter the Valhalla Golf Club for the 2nd round of the PGA Championship when he came to the scene of a fatal crash. Louisville Metro Police say Scheffler injured an officer who was directing traffic when he tried to get around the scene. But Scheffler and his attorney say it was a misunderstanding.
This was a chaotic situation and a miscommunication, and he didn't do anything wrong.
The 2-time Masters champion was arrested and charged with felony 2nd-degree assault. But the angle of the arrest you don't see is one from the arresting detective, whose body camera was not turned on during the incident.
His failure to do so is a violation of the LMPD policy on uniforms and equipment.
That detective has since been disciplined. Scheffler was released without bail and still made it in time to tee off in the tournament, saying this after a tumultuous day on the course following his arrest.
Yesterday obviously was quite frustrating and a bit of a different day.
His attorney says they are not interested in settling this case. He wants it to either go to trial or be dismissed. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
The country's biggest ticketing website and concert promoter is now facing a groundbreaking monopoly lawsuit. The U.S. Justice Department and dozens of states have sued Ticketmaster's parent company, Live Nation. Massive legal action is alleging that for years, Live Nation abused its industry dominance to overcharge concert goers. The goal is to seek a jury trial and an eventual breakup of the alleged monopoly. Critics say the lack of competition led to various issues, including poor customer service, confusing pricing, expensive ticketing fees, and restrictions on ticket resales.
We have filed this lawsuit on behalf of the independent promoters and venues, which should be able to compete on a level playing field. And we have filed this lawsuit on behalf of the American people. It is time for fans and artists to stop paying the price for Live Nation's monopoly.
Now, in a statement, Live Nation called the DOJ's allegations, quote, baseless, and said the lawsuit won't solve the issues fans care about related to ticket prices. More local stories are still ahead tonight at 10. Don't let finances prevent you from getting your pet the care it needs. How one local veterinary clinic is paying it forward with a fund to help pet owners in need of financial assistance.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour Memorial Day appliance sale this Saturday through Monday with a preview day Friday. Get the lowest appliance prices we've seen in years. Plus, save even more on doorbusters and clearance items store-wide at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Chevy gets it. I want it, and I can afford it can be one and the same. With Chevy Trax, a car and driver 10 best. The rugged Chevy Trailblazer. And Chevy Colorado, Motor Trend Truck of the Year. Chevy, all you want is all within reach. Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Blazer, Equinox, Trailblazer, and Traverse Limited models. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Save big Memorial Day weekend, this Friday through Sunday at Hy-Vee. 6-pack bottles of Pepsi products, $2.99 each when you buy 4. Lay's or Kettle Cook's chips, $2.48 each when you buy 3. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, just $1.88 a pound. 24 packs of Hy-Vee purified water, just $1.99. Oreo cookies or Honey-Made graham crackers, just $2.99. And Blue Bunny frozen desserts, just $2.98. Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
A lot of law firms claim to be experts at handling injury cases that involve large trucks. But handling one trucking case does not make you an expert on the subject. Experience matters in these cases. One local firm has handled 25 trucking cases which resulted in payments over $1 million each, and hundreds of others as well. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Vinyl windows, a 1970s relic, aren't built for extreme weather. At Next Door & Window, we have the answer. Fiberglass. Our Ultrex fiberglass windows last longer than any other window you can buy. Visit nextwindow.com to learn more.
Now, during the Memorial Day sale at Ashley, take up to $1,200 off on select Beauty Rest Black adjustable sets. Plus, get up to $300 in free furniture, 60 months 0% interest financing, and free delivery. Going on now at Ashley.
When severe storms threatened our area Tuesday,
Winds between 55 to 65 miles per hour.
we brought you wall-to-wall team coverage with the information you needed to be prepared and stay safe.
Get to the lowest, most interior portion of your home.
News 3 Now, first warn weather. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
The Black Girl Magic Conference returned to Madison College's Truax campus for its 7th year today. Over 650 girls gathered to learn from adult speakers and take part in breakout rooms. Since 2018, this event has aimed to empower and inspire young black girls throughout southern Wisconsin. The founder of the event says through networking opportunities and workshops, the young women are able to develop their leadership skills. And she added that this all happens in a safe and affirming community where the girls can authentically be themselves.
We want our girls to showcase their talents. We really want this to be a place where we don't just put a conference on for the girls, but it is their conference. And while they're learning from black women, we want them to also learn from each other as well.
The founder of the event said the highlight of this year's conference was keynote speaker Kay Love, the poet, a touring poet, speaker, and author. Well, you've heard of paying it forward, but what about spaying it forward? Precision Veterinary has money available in a community fund for pet owners who need help with veterinary care. The low-cost veterinary clinic on Odana Road on Madison's west side says it has $1,000 available to help ease the burden for pet owners struggling to afford care for their animals.
We just really want to be able to help people and do the best that we can. And we want to try to use that fund more if we're able to. And we obviously want people to donate too, and people who've used the fund in the past, if they have the means now and can redonate back into the fund, that's also super nice as well.
And there is a big red donation button on Precision Veterinary's website. If you'd like to contribute, see it at precisionveterinary.com. A sign that summer is closer. Madison Mallards baseball opening their season next Tuesday at Warner Park. And when making your first visit to the Duck Pond this year, you'll notice some major improvements. Look at that infield. The ballpark now boasts a brand new video scoreboard, more than 3.5 times the size of the old one. Also new, that playing surface you just saw. The grass is out in the infield, artificial turf in that infield, and fans can expect to see upgrades at the concession stands as well as new technology that should allow more customers to be served in a shorter period of time. Warner Park, also home of Madison's new softball team, the Madison Nightmares, which begin play in mid-June. Well, spending time in or around water, it is a Memorial Day tradition for many, but a survey finds it's not safe for everyone. In fact, nearly 1 in 6 American adults cannot swim. Poolonomics, which offers free advice for swimming pool and hot tub owners, conducted this survey, and it surveyed 3,000 Americans 18 and up across all 50 states. And the data found that nationally, 16% of adults admit they can't swim. Poolonomics says there's a significant gap in water safety skills, and closing it could help reduce drowning rates. If you're one of the 1 in 6 who cannot swim, it is not too late to learn. Lessons for adults and children are offered at the Goodman Pool, thanks to the Madison School and Community Recreation. For more information, including how you can sign up, visit mscr.org. If you're planning to spend part of your holiday weekend at a state park or trail, you can expect to see DNR crews out and about. That's because work continues to clean up the downed trees from the storm on Tuesday. The DNR says a number of properties, especially here in south central Wisconsin, have seen tree damage and downed power lines. Expect some hiking and biking trails to be blocked until crews can get rid of all that debris. You're asked to report any broken or downed trees, downed power lines, and other significant damage to your local DNR property office. And a life-saving reminder, do not attempt to cross or climb over any downed power lines. We're hours away from yet another round of thunderstorms. Hopefully nothing like Tuesday. Alex has the latest, tracking it.
Yeah, goodness. I hope not, Eric. Some of our latest weather models are starting to indicate rather than 2 rounds of storms, we may have 3 rounds of storms to contend with on Friday. For alert day conditions all day on Friday, starting in the morning, going clear through the evening hours. Wind would be the primary threat in the morning, and then we'll add the tornado threat potentially in the afternoon. Well, where is this line of thunderstorms? I'll believe it when I see it, right, Alex? Well, we already have severe thunderstorm watches over portions of western Iowa. Thunderstorms are gearing up across the Great Plains, and they're going to race to the east very quickly overnight tonight, and these storms will be knocking on the doorstep by the time we get towards 4 or so in the morning. Savannah and Kelly will be here tomorrow morning. There are those storms just starting to get into the radar screen here as we head towards 4 west of the Mississippi River. We have a slight risk of severe weather for much of southern Wisconsin. This includes communities like Richland Center, Dodgeville, Madison, up towards Lodi, Wisconsin Dells, Jefferson, Watertown, Janesville, Beloit, Monroe, Darlington. You're getting the picture. It's pretty much everywhere. And even up towards Juneau and Adams counties, a marginal risk of severe weather. So they're not out of the woods. The tornado risk is there on Friday, provided we get a little bit of heating. I'll explain more about that in just a moment. The wind risk is number 2, and then the hail risk is number 3. So tornadoes, strong winds, and the potential for some hail as we go on into Friday. This is another weather model projection showing really 2 lines of thunderstorms. The first line entering southwest Wisconsin as we head towards 7 o'clock in the morning. This line stretches across quickly by noon. And then watch what happens in the afternoon. Our temperatures actually warm up. We get that dry time, that critical time for the air to destabilize, become more unstable. Here comes the second line of thunderstorms as we go into Friday evening. Scattered storms. These storms could produce the potential for tornadoes as we go into the evening hours. There you see that lining up right across Madison, down towards Monroe, all the way up to Marquette and Green Lake counties. By the time we get to 8 o'clock, the good news is this line of storms will move out of here very quickly after 10 o'clock. Sweeping out into the Lake Michigan area. Very similar actually to what we had Tuesday, but hopefully this does not pan out to be as widespread as what we saw on Tuesday. All depends on two scenarios. Scenario number one, which I just showed you here, if we get those storms to clear out, that allows the energy to build up, that increases the evening storm chance. Scenario number two, if we have storms around much of the day, that kind of keeps doesn't allow that moisture and that humidity to really rev up to its full potential, and then that lowers the evening severe chance. Hopefully that's the scenario and that we don't end up seeing something like what we saw on Tuesday. Heads up, Saturday's the better of the two for the Memorial Day weekend, but I'm updating Sunday. Yes, Alex, we could have yet another day of alert day conditions on Sunday as a complex of storms moves in from the plains with heavy rain, strong winds, and perhaps again some decent amounts of rainfall with that. This is what we're looking at as we go into Saturday or Friday going into Saturday. Watch what happens as we go into Sunday with this complex of storms. Heavy rainfall across much of the area, a good possibility, at least widespread 1 to 3 inches if this line of thunderstorms does move right over southern Wisconsin. Monday, Memorial Day itself, some showers and some isolated thunderstorms, but I think we'll see some dry time on Monday. And then Tuesday, there's a slight chance of a shower, and we turn unsettled yet again later next week. If we have time for viewer photos, maybe we can show just one here really quick. There we go. Thanks, Carolina Weiss from Spring Green, sending us this weather photo here of that one thunderstorm we had yesterday that was severe, that had marble-sized hail in Spring Green.
And coming up in sports, it's on to the state meet. Who claims sectional crowns and punched their ticket to lacrosse? Find out next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
My son, Nick, took illicit fentanyl, which cost him his life. And knowing that my son is never coming back is the worst thing that I will have to live with for the rest of my life.
Tammy Baldwin's been with us every step of the way. She just got a major bill passed to really crack down on fentanyl. She doesn't just talk the talk, but she actually walks the walk.
I cannot tell you how much we appreciate Tammy Baldwin fighting this fight.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message.
Ride a chip.
Don't worry, my cousin's got a guy.
Right now, get 2-for-1 windows and no interest for 1 year.
Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
This is me, and this was my stubborn body fat. My name's Adrian, and Sonobello changed my life.
Sonobello is America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and they permanently removed my body fat in just one visit.
After having 2 kids, my body, it changed a lot. I tried everything to lose the fat, but nothing seemed to work.
Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently on your stomach, back, chin, and more.
I've seen such dramatic results. My tummy is gone, my double chin is gone, and my hourglass shape is back. This was the mommy makeover that I deserved.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-357-3263 or go to sonobello.com.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Choose FlexBuy on a Ford F-150 and get 0% APR financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash, only for a limited time starting right now.
Why choose between that new deck you've been wanting and that vacation you've been dreaming about? Get both. A deck that outlasts wood 3 to 1 and up to a 7-day vacation on one of the top cruise lines or at one of our hundreds of resorts with no blackout date restrictions. Call now or visit the website for your new deck today.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Matt LaFleur says his team's nearly perfect OTA attendance boils down to two things: Jordan Love being there and that it's still a relatively young squad. His quarterback, on the other hand, had another idea, and it starts with how last season finished. A loss to the 49ers that the Packers feel they gave away. So they're using that ending as motivation during their off-season workouts.
You make it to the playoffs, it's going to be a tough loss, or you're winning the whole thing. So, you know, last year, obviously, that 49ers game being that close and a game that, you know, we had right there and we kind of let slip away from us, it's tough. But it definitely fueled us. I mean, everybody was hungry in the locker room after and ready to get back to work and ready to get back here. And that's why, I mean, everybody being here, you can see how hungry guys are to get back to work.
Last year, Steve Stricker won the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship to claim his 6th major on the Championships Tour. And it capped off a special weekend for the Stricker family. His youngest daughter, Lizzie, was on the bag for her dad, making her debut as his caddy. Well, fast forward to this year's Senior PGA Championship. It's older sister Bobby's turn to caddy for their dad. And Stricker had a great round, except on 16. Needing to chip in for par, Stricker rolls it right past the pin. He'd 2-putt for a double bogey. Stricker, though, finished 5 under, 2 shots off the lead. Jerry Kelly, also in action, and the 2-time AmFam champ, rolls in a birdie to move to 1 under. He finished 2 under, currently tied for 19th after the first round. And tickets were punched to the state meet at the Division I sectional track and field meet in Sauk Prairie. We'll start on the girls' side. In the 800-meter run, it was all Mount Horeb's Abby Sadler. The Harvard commit finished 8 seconds ahead of second place and doesn't even look tired. She'd also win the 1600. Staying with the distance events, Middleton's Liv Shelevold took home the 3,200-meter crown in 11:24:30. Wanakee would win the team title. On the boys' side, Reedsburg's Martin Lindholm captured the 200-meter title with a smile in 22.49 seconds. And in the last race of the night, the 4x4, it was Noah Kundert anchoring Verona to a first-place finish in 3:21:61. The state meet is next Friday and Saturday. We're back after this.
Shop the Row Furniture Factory Authorized Sale and save up to half off at Dwellings. Sofas, chairs, sectionals, and ottomans. You choose the style and the fabric, all up to 50% off. Dwellings Interior Design and Home Furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. So get your summer started off right with amazing Memorial Day savings throughout the store. Right now, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food. Rewards members get free same-day local delivery on all pet supply orders of $49 or more. And this Friday through Sunday, we're offering all veterans and active military an extra 10% off their entire purchase. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
Hi, I'm Jeff from Nuts.com. When my grandfather started this business in 1929, he relied on 4 important values: freshness, quality, variety, and service. I'm proud to carry on his legacy, but from a bigger space. We still freshly roast, season, and dip delicious nuts here in New Jersey and deliver them with the freshest dried fruits, snacks, and sweets to families that love our products all around the country, including mine.
We think you'll love Nuts.com too. So check us out and enjoy 20% off plus free shipping on your first order.
Obamacare is a disaster. We want to terminate it.
That would mean over 100 million Americans will lose protections for pre-existing conditions.
President Biden has protected the Affordable Care Act and lowered healthcare costs for millions by $800 a year. Now, he'll make those savings permanent.
Healthcare should be a basic right. Folks, he's coming for your healthcare, and we're not going to let it happen. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Shop the Row Furniture Factory Authorized Sale and save up to half off at Dwellings. Sofas, chairs, sectionals, and ottomans. You choose the style and the fabric, all up to 50% off. Dwellings Interior Design and Home Furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
The First Warn Weather Team takes you beyond the barometer. Only on News 3 Now.
It's Memorial Day weekend, so if you're still waiting to hit the gym to get that beach body, got about 24 minutes.
Colbert's New with Chris Hemsworth, tonight on CBS.
And Alex is back, keeping a close eye on things tomorrow on these waves that are heading our way.
Yeah, possibly 3 rounds of thunderstorms tomorrow. 1 in the morning, 1 in the early afternoon, and now potentially 1 in the evening. Kind of similar to Tuesday. I hope that does not pan out, but we will be here. Savannah and Kelly will be here in the morning. I will be here with Blaze and with Buddy tomorrow evening. Hail, high winds, a couple tornadoes, all not out of the question as we go on into Friday. The wind risk is the highest in the morning. Then as we go into the afternoon, we'll add that tornado risk, provided that we can warm up. So heads up, if we get some breaks in the skies, if we have some dry time and we warm up, that's that indicator that that afternoon line of thunderstorms may be quite on the strong side as we get into tomorrow.
All right, stay close to us tomorrow and keep an eye on things. Use the app, channel3000.com. We'll keep you updated, folks. Have a great night. Thanks for joining us.